Hi, today we will learn the somatic movement called the washrag. This is great for releasing the muscles in our shoulders, our spine, and even our hips. So we'll do this lying on our back. So just starting with your knees bent, feet just comfortably hip-width distance apart. Just take a moment and notice what you sense in your body. We're always checking in, doing our soma scan before and after our movement. So notice where your head feels situated between the shoulders. Does it feel centered or perhaps tilted? Notice your shoulders and the upper back. Notice any difference between the left and the right shoulder. Does one feel higher or lower than the other? Notice your mid-back. Notice your low back and any sensations in the low back. Notice your hips. Any difference between the left and the right hip? Does one feel higher than the other perhaps? And then to begin the movement, slide your arms out so they're like a T position, palms facing up, and walk your feet in towards each other so that the knees come together. We'll break this movement down in parts and then put it all together. Imagine that your arms are like rolling pins now, and we'll roll the right arm forward. So as if you're rolling it towards the legs, notice how your shoulder lifts off, the right shoulder lifts off the mat. Slowly letting that arm roll back to its starting position. And pause there. This time we'll roll the arm back, so as if you're rolling it up towards your head. Notice how this gently presses the shoulder down into the mat. Keeping the arm connected onto the floor as if like a rolling pin, and then slowly letting that arm roll back to its starting position. We'll do that same movement with the left arm. So letting that left arm, like a rolling pin, roll as if it's rolling towards the legs. Notice how that left shoulder lifts off the mat. Slowly rolling that arm back out to its starting position. And then pause. Take the left arm now, roll it towards the head, so rolling it up. Notice how the shoulder presses gently down into the mat now. And slowly release back to the starting position. This time we'll move the head along with the arm. So roll the right arm forward or towards the legs. Notice how the right shoulder lifts off, and notice how that naturally just lets the head now move towards the left. So the head moves away from the arm, and then slowly rolling back to its starting position. Roll the left arm forward now. Notice how the left shoulder lifts off the mat, and then your head turns to the right. So your head turns away from the arm that's rolling towards the legs. Come back to center and just pause. This time we'll roll the right arm forward and the left arm back. So the right arm rolls towards the leg, left arm rolls towards the head, and the head turns to the left. Rolling back to center with the arms, and the head comes back to center as well. And pause. This time let the left arm roll forward or towards the legs, letting the head turn to the right, and the right arm rolls up towards the head. And slowly coming back. And then pause at center. We'll add the legs on now with the arms and the head. So let the right arm roll forward as the left arm rolls up towards the head, letting your head turn towards that left arm. And then the legs can fall gently over to the right side. So the legs fall the opposite direction that the head is moving. And then just coming back up to center, letting the legs only go as far as is comfortable. So we're always trying to stay without pain or strain. And then letting that left arm roll towards the legs, letting the head move to the right, letting that right arm roll up, and then the legs fall gently away from the head towards the left. Coming back up to center, and then pause. And just begin moving through that from side to side. Just nice and easy, nice and lazy-like. So go at your own pace, trying to figure it out for yourself. So it's okay if it's a little tricky for the brain to figure it out. The right arm rolls forward, left arm rolls back, head turns to the left, and the legs go to the right. Coming back up to center. So again, just moving at your own pace, side to side. Notice how, like a wash rag, as if you're wringing out that wash rag. The shoulders are gently twisting, the spine is twisting, even feeling it in your hips as you move side to side. As in all somatics, we don't hold it in a stretch. Go through that a few more times. Again, just feeling it within your own body. Just breathing naturally. And when you've completed enough, just come back to center. Bring your arms back down by your side. Walk your feet out just a little bit. And then just pause there and notice if you can sense any changes from before to now. Notice what you sense with the head, between the shoulders. Notice any sensations in the shoulders now, and the upper back. Notice the mid-back, and the low back, and the hips. Any sensations, any differences at all from before to now. Feel free to stay here as long as you like, exploring any changes.